Hi and welcome back for another Food Favourites video. This time it's my July 2016 Food Favourites. This video is a little bit later than I would have liked because my camera was being repaired, but I did have a couple of things I wanted to share, so I'll just get on with it now. My first favourite item is my cookie press, and this is an Oxxo cookie press, and basically all cookie presses are designed to push through soft biscuit or cookie dough through a decorated disc, which results in cookies with elaborate or intricate designs and shapes. And you can produce them very quickly and consistently because you're just doing it through the cookie press rather than by hand. My mum and I used this for the first time together, and we had so much fun making the biscuits and then decorating it, and also figuring out how to use this because we didn't realise at first that you're meant to, when you punch out the cookies, do it straight onto the baking sheet, not leaving a gap, a bit like this, as if my hand were the baking sheet. And we were starting to do it from above, which extrudes the dough through the press rather than resulting in a cookie. So that was loads of fun. And we particularly liked the teddy bear decorative discs, which made cookies in the shape of little bears, and then we decorated them with sprinkles. It was very childish, very fun. But we also like the bunch of flowers, which is here, which is very, very intricate and wouldn't really be something you could do by hand without a cookie press. The Oxxo cookie press also comes with quite a few decorative discs, such as a Christmas tree and a snowflake, which would be absolutely perfect for Christmas and would make beautiful gifts. So that's the Oxxo cookie press, and it's loads of fun, producing lots of really beautiful biscuits really quickly, and I think would make for a great afternoon of cookie baking, especially with kids, but obviously adults can enjoy it too. It really took me right back to my childhood, even though I didn't have one of these when I was a child. I used the recipe for the biscuits from Frances Quinn's book, which I think is called Quintessential Baking. She was a winner of the Great British Bake Off. My second food favourite is a restaurant, and it's La Taparia in Tooting. It's a Spanish tapas restaurant, as you might have guessed from the name. It's just a really nice, friendly neighbourhood restaurant. It's absolutely tiny. In fact, I think it used to be a florist. But it's really pretty tiles. It has only a few tables, but the vibe is really casual, friendly, relaxed, and it's got a good range of classically rendered, tasty Spanish small plates. You know, things you would expect, such as chorizo in red wine, patatas bravas, and so on. It's nothing groundbreaking, it's just really tasty food, and it's a lovely atmosphere for lunch, really casual and relaxed, and it's such a treat to have restaurants like this in southwest London, or deepest, darkest southwest London, as I call it. It's just a great place to have a bite to eat, and I really enjoyed it there. My next favourite item is cherries, and I absolutely love cherries and look forward to the start of the cherry season every single year. I particularly look forward to the arrival of picota cherries, which are available from Sainsbury's in packs costing about £1, so it's really cheap. And they kind of herald the start of the cherry season. They're available from June, and picota cherries are sweet with a tiny bit of tartness, and they're quite firm and crunchy, which I really enjoy, and they're quite small. And they are available for about 5 weeks, and I think they're available earlier than British cherries. They've got a protected denomination of origin certificate, the picota cherries, and only cherries grown in a particular geographical area within the valley of the Jerte can be called picota. I think they're really delicious. Currently in the shops they have been replaced by British cherries, which tend to be a bit larger, sweeter, and slightly softer than picota cherries. They are also a little bit more expensive, but they are delicious. I love cherries. I would eat them all year round if I could, but they are seasonal, so I don't. I don't tend to go for the ones which have been imported over a very long distance, because I just don't find that they taste as good as they do when you wait for them. and really anticipate them. So cherry season will be drawing to a close, so I would really take advantage of them, and I am doing so at the moment. Love cherries, love them from anywhere really. My next favourite is this book, The 10 Food Commandments by Jay Rayner. Jay Rayner is a journalist and restaurant reviewer for The Observer. He's quite famous in the world of food, very well known. And this book is a very short set of polemical essays about food, presented as commandments for eating in the 21st century. This book is a really enjoyable read, but it's definitely not a case of agreeing with everything Rayner says, but it's a way of thinking about food, and it's very entertaining. Rayner is a really good writer. Sometimes he comes across as a little bit self-satisfied, and maybe he's a bit brutal and unequivocal in some of the things he says, but his chapters are snappy, they're breezy, they're enjoyable to read. This is a very small, slim book, and I found it absolutely perfect for the tube. It was very digestible and just very enjoyable, even if I wasn't agreeing with literally everything. And that is The 10 Food Commandments by Jay Rayner, and this is published by Penguin, and it's about £6 if you buy it in the shops, which is really good for even for a paperback these days. I would recommend it. I thought this was going to be short and sweet, and indeed we're now at my final food favourite for the month of July, and it's Lindo Chocolate. I try not to buy and eat too much chocolate actually, but sometimes a craving just can't be denied, and when I do have a craving for chocolate, I prefer eating milk chocolate. I do sometimes try and brazen it out with a square or two of dark chocolate like people say you should, but I don't actually find that dark chocolate is as satisfying as people say. When you want creamy, rich, sweet milk chocolate, dark chocolate usually isn't going to do it for you. Lindo truffles are some of my favourite chocolates that you can buy in the supermarket, and this bar was on offer, so I just snapped it up. And I don't really know what to say about it other than that it's absolutely delicious. It is sweet, obviously, it's milk chocolate, it's very creamy, it's absolutely melt in the mouth, and in the middle of each square is this soft truffle interior, so you have the kind of slightly crisper outside of the chocolate and the molten centre, and it's so delightful. The textural contrast is fantastic. It is a treat, obviously, but I find it well worth eating. I think it's so delicious, and it's currently on offer in Sainsbury's as well, so definitely check this out. Lindo Chocolate is really, really nice generally, and this is a step above Cadbury Dairy Milk because of the fun molten centre, even though I really do like Cadbury's Dairy Milk as well. Not dissing. So that's Lindo Chocolate. And those were my food favourites for the month of July. As I said, really short and sweet, and hopefully my August food favourites will be here a little bit sooner than the July favourites because we're almost at the end of August. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next month.